It's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on courts. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Play fake. Cousins. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So this game here in London, the first of 5 games in the NFL International Series for 2022. We'll see the Giants and Packers here next week. Broncos and Jags at Wembley at the end of the month. The Seahawks and the Bucs, that'll be in November in Munich, Germany. First time a game's been held there. And then we wrap up down in Mexico City, November 21st, Cardinals and Niners from Estadio Azteca. To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Following the interception, Winston. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Well, this defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. Now Cousins. Looking left sideline, it's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On play action, Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Winston again. It's Kamara. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Jameis to throw it. He gets it to Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Winston throw complete there to Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Jameis now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special, because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Cousins from the gun on third. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Jordan Berry out to punt on fourth down. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Second and 10 now from the 27. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun, Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Kamara up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
The Saints at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Saints are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
The first down throw for Winston. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket.
Played. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On second down, it's Cook again.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Throwing is Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Third and short yardage. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd and 2, Winston over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas.
Winston to Thomas, and it's a New Orleans first down.
All-pro receiver Michael Thomas missed all of 2021 while recovering from an ankle injury, but we'll never forget that he set an NFL record in 2019 with 145 catches. When healthy, borderline unguardable, just like he was on that play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Winston. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Coming left is Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Quick throw to Olave.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. That one goes for 24 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Winston.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback there for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, They need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jameis Winston. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
That's to Cook out of the backfield.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins right back to Cook for another completion. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's got this to Jefferson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Parkey is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
Oh, what a move. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Again, it's Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now on 2nd and 16, Cousins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
33 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6.
So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complementary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Winston. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Cousins.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position, When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On second down, Kamara.
Yeah, he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton.
Got an open man, it's Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Thomas brings it in. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Dalton operating in the red zone now.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Andrew Booth puts it off. And the Vikings are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. Able to break the tackle and get some breathing room before being brought down just outside the 5. Taken down by Pete Werner.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
The 71 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. First and 10 at the 18. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 47 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They run the counter with Cook. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The kick by Parkey is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen.
There he goes, left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And it'll be Dalton again. He finds his target, Ebron. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Touchdown, Saints. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Lutz good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
On second down, it's Cook again. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Fantasy players know Madison's name is the most valuable handcuff in the game. But other fans are getting to know him, too, as one of the best backups in the NFL the last couple of seasons. He has proven time and time again he can be a productive starter in this league.
Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Dante Hightower on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Cook up the gut. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 1st and 10 for Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Bond going to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Here's Hardy set to return. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now Dalton. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Another chance for Dalton. He completes it to Olave. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Give him 32 on the play.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Andy Dalton keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're in control. Here's a start 1st and 10, and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
On the double.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mon looks to throw.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
36 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Dalton now to pass.
Complete to Olave on the out route.
And he'll be out right at the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw here, Dalton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing, Dalton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd.
They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Another carry now for Madison. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. The kick by Parkey is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Lewis Seen.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Minnesota, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature.